coming out tonight. This is the land of opportunity, but the key to that opportunity is education. My whole life has been about opportunity through education. I'm passionate about education because I have seen the real difference it makes in people's lives. I've seen it in the work I've done and in my own life. I'm a first-generation American born to immigrant farm workers who came from Mexico to Texas, where I was born. I didn't learn to speak English until I started first grade. I worked in farm labor with my family until I finished high school. My parents could not read or write, but I got to go to college and graduate school. I came to Arlington 33 years ago to work at the U.S. Department of Education because I wanted to make education more accessible. For 20 years, I oversaw several programs that provided services to low-income youth to help them finish high school, get into college, and graduate from college. For the past 4 years, I've been the executive director of the Arlington Employment and Education Center. Now, I want to bring all that experience to Richmond to fight for state policies that can make a difference. Here are three. I support Governor Kane's proposal for a flexible network of high-quality preschool providers to ensure that 67% of Virginia's 4-year-olds enroll in a high-quality preschool setting by 2012. In this continually changing economy, we need a commitment to lifelong learning where everyone can get retraining. Our high school dropout rate is far too high, statewide and even here in Arlington. A 9% dropout rate overall and a 20% dropout rate for Latinos is unacceptable. We must do better. This is why I'm running for the House of Delegates and why I'm asking you for your support. Thank you very much.
Good evening. I'm Adam Parkamento. I'm proud to be a candidate for the 47th District, and thank you all for hosting this important forum tonight. Arlington is my home. It has been my home for my entire life. I've never lived anywhere else. I am proud to be your neighborhood candidate. I understand what's important for Arlingtonians, and I know what we need to fight for in Richmond. The 47th District has a history of sending model legislators to Richmond, legislators who recognize the importance of building bridges to other communities in order to get things done for Arlington. I understand the necessity of working through differences and bringing people of different stripes and experiences together. As your next delegate from the 47th District, I will work tirelessly on issues affecting education, economic growth, and smart transportation, issues that affect all of us every day. I will shake things up and get things done in Richmond for Arlington. These are extraordinary times that call for extraordinary commitments. I'm the only candidate who has made this campaign a full-time job, and I'm the only candidate who will give this job the full-time commitment that it truly deserves. You deserve to be connected to your delegate. I invite you to get involved with our campaign, to share your opinions and voice your concerns. I will be the delegate at your door when you have an issue, and I will always, always listen to you. This community is shaping. Its inclusive values are the root of our campaign, and our support is broad and deep. From Senator Tyser to the Arlington Police and Firefighters, SEIU NAGE, Democrats Alita Black and Chris Monroe, and the hundreds of Arlingtonians like them who have joined this campaign. Everyone agrees on one thing. We need a fresh voice in Richmond, a voice with new energy. I grew up here, I knew the area, and I know you. This is my home. Thank you, and I look forward to answering your questions tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, my fellow Arlington Democrats. I'm delighted to be here seeking the Democratic nomination for the 47th District. You know, over the years, I've worked with Arlingtonians on a wide range of community-wide issues. And I'm passionate about keeping this state moving forward and improve the lives of Arlingtonians and all Virginians. And when I say all Virginians, I truly mean all Virginians, young and old, longtime residents and newcomers, and especially those most in need. I'll work with special care and attention to take care of those Virginians who are out of work, sick, or suffer from disabilities. To keep Virginia moving forward, our public schools and universities must be well funded. Virginia has great public schools, but I'm afraid that falling revenue will lead to lower funding. I'll fight this short-sightedness. Moreover, I'll seek to fully fund pre-K for all of our kids. Every child is born with potential, and this is no time to cut back or lower our standards. I also want to keep Arlington moving. I'll fight to fully fund Metro Rail, regional trains, bus and roadways, better pedestrian and bikeways. Virginia must focus on moving people and not cars. For Virginia, our response to the energy and climate crisis can be a win-win-win. By creating a conservation workforce, we can save energy, create jobs, and save money. I'll also lead Virginia in the effort of the energy conservation sector by creating green jobs and protecting our environment for future generations. Like all Arlingtonians, my wife and I benefit every single day from living in a community with a pretty sound economy, good public schools, abundance of transportation options, and abiding commitment to protecting our environment. As your delegate, I'll protect what we have here in Arlington and keep Arlington and Virginia moving forward. Thank you very much.
What a crowd. This is fantastic to see everybody out tonight. Hi, I'm Alan House, and thank you all for coming out tonight. I'd like to start by thanking the Arlington County Democratic Committee for hosting tonight's forum, and to Peter for his leadership and for moderating tonight's event. I'd also like to thank my wife, Pam, who's in the back, for her steadfast support and her great ideas during the campaign. I'm a Democrat because I believe an active government can be a force for good in people's lives. I support democratic values like a woman's right to choose. I support gay marriage, and I support the right to live free from discrimination. I believe that we have an obligation to protect the least among us, to lend a helping hand to those in need and those who are unemployed. I believe in equal pay for equal work. I believe that we need to integrate immigrants into our communities. I also believe in the right to health care that is universal and accessible. Also, tomorrow is Earth Day, and I'm reminded of my own commitment to the environment. And in fact, environmental activism was how I got into politics when I was attending James Madison University. And I've spent over a decade in the trenches fighting to elect Democrats at the local, national, and federal levels. I was born and raised in Arlington on Jackson Street, and I've lived across the state and visited all 95 counties and 36 cities in Virginia. It brings to this race a unique perspective of how to link our needs in Arlington with the broader statewide needs to provide real solutions to the challenges we face. I've walked through the neighborhoods and listened to the concerns of residents, and there are some really serious challenges that we face. Our top priority has to be getting our economy moving again and partnering with President Obama to address both our short-term needs for stimulus and our long-term challenges. I believe we can renew Virginia through investments in areas like transportation, education, and energy efficiency. I've got real experience working with Governor Warner and the state legislature to solve budget challenges and invest in Virginia. I believe in protecting our environment and building a new green economy and creating jobs. I'm optimistic that we can turn our challenges into opportunities for a better future, and that's why I'm running